Hello friends, now in this video I am going to discuss data frame, data structure in R. So data frame is very important object or data structure in R. It is a table or two-dimensional array like structure in which each column contains values of one variable and each row contains one set of values from each column. So that way we can create any data frame in R using data.frame function. So we will understand this thing with the help of example that how we can create data frame. So data frame are usually heterogeneous in nature because they can store the elements of any data type. So suppose here I am creating the data frame df using data.frame function. Here I want to create the data set of suppose 5 students, and in that data set I want to keep the ID, name and the class of the students. So for that first thing I am writing here ID of the students using C function. I am storing the ID number of the 5 students, keeping comma, pressing enter. Now I want to create the name column in the data frame using C function. Now I need to write here the name of the students. So I am writing 5 names here. So I have stored here 5 names. After this bracket, keeping comma, pressing enter, and now I am creating the class column. So again C function I will use here to store the classes in the class column. So this way I have created 3 columns. Now after the bracket I am keeping the comma, pressing Ctrl enter, and I am passing here string as factors equals false. Now I am pressing Ctrl enter to execute this data frame in R. So you can see it is easily executed. Now I want to see the data frame. I am using print function to print the data frame, pressing Ctrl enter. So that way you can see the data set of 5 students has been created by R, keeping ID, name and class column. Here strings as factors equal false, meaning is whichever is the character vector I am using in the data frame df, I do not want to treat them as a factor. So that is why I have passed here strings as factors equal false. So that means now for these two vectors, that is name and class, now R will not treat them as a factor variables. So this is the one way of creating any vector. Now I'll show you one more way. That way also we can create the data frame. So for that, suppose I am creating all 3 vectors, name, ID here. Suppose this time I am writing name as ABC, D and E. Pressing Ctrl enter, it is successfully executed. Now creating the third vector for the class, pressing Ctrl enter. So this way you can see here we have created 3 vectors. Now to create the data frame, suppose again I am creating the data frame df using data dot frame function. I can only pass the name of my vectors. Pressing Ctrl enter, you can see I am not getting any error. I am printing my data frame df using print function, pressing Ctrl enter. So in the output window you can see that we have successfully created the data frame df using or keeping these 3 columns. So friends, these are the 2 ways of creating data frame in R. I hope this video will help you out to understand how we can create data frame in R using data.frame function. So thank you so much for watching this video. Stay connected for more such videos in R and subscribe my channel today only. Thank you.